what's up? I'm Joel Madden, and this is Artist Friendly. On this episode, I'm talking with actor, comedian, and impressionist Jay Pharoah. You can watch his new comedy special, Jared, on YouTube right now. Let's go. Because I'm not a funny guy.
That's subjective. Come
right.
on.
I think that real life is funny.
Absolutely.
So if I talk about my wife and kids and the everyday shit we deal with and just being married and having kids, people laugh because it's funny. Because it's like a fucking sitcom.
Absolutely.
That's where it all comes from. It's real life.
Art imitates life. I'll give you a tidbit. Anytime you say clapping somebody's cheeks is hilarious. I don't know why, but that's a guttural laugh. You just clapping cheeks.
Such a laugh.
I was in Canada last weekend. I was in Winnipeg, and I was talking about Diddy. Of course,
I'm glad we have 2 hours.
And talking about Diddy, and I said clapping cheeks. Every time I reference that, it would get a big Canadian laugh. Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah, yeah. We know about
he's so
clapping.
funny. It's like
we know about clapping our both cheeks.
Oh
now.
yeah, we do that up here all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you're a funny guy.
Richard clapped my cheeks this morning.
In Canada. Oh, it's great. Are you having a good time, eh?
Yeah.
It's like some kind of European / like weird accent.
It's almost like Bobby's mom from Bobby's World, don't you know? It's so close.
It's like Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's like US is Canada.
Yup.
They're like Canadians. When
you know what baffles me though? A lot of them are as ingrained in politics as some of us are in America, as we are in America.
To U.S. politics.
Yeah, straight up. Like they don't give a shit about
who are you voting for?
Yeah,
you're like, are you gonna get offended if I tell you like?
He's like, yeah, fucking A. We like that. Yeah, you're voting for Trump now, right? I'm like, do I look like I'm gonna vote for Trump? Anyway.
Yeah. So the only thing I thought about when I was young was not being poor. At whatever age I realized like we were struggling, it was in the room all the time. It was just always there.
I mean, like I can't be poor. That was just the driving force.
That was my goal in life. I just can't be poor.
Mine was not working at Burlington anymore. That's what
Burlington Coat Factory?
Yeah. I used to work there.
Great deals.
Layaways, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Layaways, that's a crazy game, the layaway game.
Yeah, it is. Especially
people in debt.
When you cancel it and then the person just got out of prison. You're like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to call a manager.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry, man. You extended the 30 days. We had to cancel it.
So you worked at Burlington Coat Factory?
I worked at Burlington Coat Factory in the layaway department. How long for, was it 3 years?
3 years is like
3 years.
9 years at that job.
Yeah, it is. I definitely aged. My hairline, I lost 2 inches. It was crazy. That being so young, you know what I mean? Ain't like I could resurrect it in Jesus the shit back. I couldn't, you know what I mean? So it was definitely stressful, but I would always use it as a platform to perform or whatever. So people
well, you were interacting with people the whole time.
Absolutely. And you got to be a people's person. You have to have some slight sense of empathy to do a job like that. Because you have to be able to read, you know, if somebody is.
And the service industry, I mean, I worked every job under the sun until I didn't have to work anymore.
What was the worst one you did?
The worst job I ever had was construction.
Oh, man. Really?
It was outside. It was like really hard. But that was only one summer that I did that. But I always had 2 jobs. I always had 2 jobs at all times. So I also worked at Borders Books and Music.
Okay.
It was like Barnes & Nobles before Barnes & Nobles bought all of them, I guess. So it was like a big bookstore. And I worked in shipping and receiving. And I would have to unload the trucks, dump the books out, and sort them. And my hands would get so dry from the cardboard.
Oh, man.
That they would be all like cut up and...
cocoa butter, man. That's all you needed.
Yeah. It saved them.
You had cocoa butter?
I did.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Man, you black. That's crazy.
Well, cocoa butter is probably the blackest thing about me.
Yeah. There's nothing else. Just the.
Well, that's about it, man. But that job sucked.
Cocoa butter.
That job.
That's wild. That's funny. I
don't know. We probably find some other things.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a couple of more things. Yeah. I mean, shoot, you know, I can't name them because I just met you.
Yeah,
but,
we'll get to know each other.
We'll definitely.
That job sucked.
Yeah,
I hated that job.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was a 7 a.m. to like 5 p.m. Shit job.
I don't even know. I don't think I liked. I didn't like Burlington that much. I liked the people. You know, it was a family, man. Yeah. And I didn't. You know, it's even funny, man, with working with all of the Filipino folks out there, because I didn't really know a lot of Filipino folks, but I saw Faces of Death, and I was like, oh, what, the little puppy is getting cut up, they didn't do that. and then once like I sat down, and once I got around them, it's just melded in. Like they're just like black. It's so crazy, the similarities. Like they got big ass celebrations. A lot of it's all about family. You know, they take care of each other. They watch each other's backs. Yeah. And it's just like they're all driven by faith. You know, a lot of them are Catholic. But they just have a lot of the same inner makings, man. So it's so beautiful how they became a family. And then
that's cool.
Yeah. They still call me Junior Eddie Murphy. Junior Eddie Murphy. That's what they call me. Oh, baby, give me some sucky. I ain't giving you no sucky. If you don't know what that, if you look that up, you know what that means. They were some of them were horny too. That was cool.
Yeah.
There was a 65-year-old virgin lady that worked there.
Virgin?
She was a virgin.
Wow.
Her name was Miss Nora. Rest in peace to her. She's not here anymore.
Wow. Probably super religious.
Super religious.
Yeah. A lot of.
She would grab my butt a lot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she liked doing that. I like your butt, Junior. And she raised her Charlie Chaplin eyebrows because they look just like. Have you seen what is that? What's that movie with the rope? It was a robot and he had like Charlie Chaplin eyebrows.
The old one?
Yes, it was before.
So it was
Chaplin.
like Johnny Five.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was called Short Circuit.
Okay, Short Circuit.
Yeah.
And that's where Damon Wayans get the idea for J5 on Blank Man for
Maybe
that.
he did.
Maybe he got it from that.
I don't know.
But I remember that robot. But she had
Johnny
the same
Five
eyebrows.
alive.
Yeah.
When I
think about the nostalgia, yo, it's crazy. We got ADD. We're just going from topic to topic.
Yeah, that's okay because we'll edit it together. But my best friend, one of my best friends in a really pivotal time in my life when I left home. So me and my brother left home at a young age. We didn't have anywhere to live, and he was a Filipino kid, and his parents were like, I think they immigrated from the Philippines, and they had like a big Filipino house. They let us live with them.
Oh, snap.
So we lived there for like at least a month or more until we could figure out our situation.
How much pancit and lumpia did you eat?
A lot of Filipino food. I remember.
Yeah. Purple yam.
Yeah. And
they got purple yams like Grimace.
And they had... And the kids would have these big parties. Yeah. Like high school parties, right?
Yeah.
And the parents would just be sitting up in their bedroom.
Watching.
They had 2 chairs, chain smoking and watching TV.
Yep.
And the house would be full. Like kids walking up in the bedrooms, hooking up, doing whatever, drinking. And the parents would just be in the bedroom and they would just be sitting there. Like it was wild and sweet, really sweet. Like
that was their smoke break. They got a chance to like break away and just observe.
Really amazing family.
It was like, yes, a lot of fucking going around here.
So I've always had like a real like soft spot.
Yeah.
For the Filipino culture, and when we work at our music company, we work with a Filipino artist. His name's Idris. He's an amazing artist. But I've always thought like Filipino people were really warm,
absolutely,
like welcoming, lovely people. Yeah, I've always thought they were awesome.
Yeah, they seriously are. Yo, shout out to my Burlington clique. Yeah,
it's cool too to like get a real glimpse into another culture.
Absolutely.
You
know what? And another reason that's why I feel so blessed with my field. You know, I watched both of my parents when I was a kid just travel everywhere. They both had jobs. They both worked for the government. I don't know what the hell they did, but whatever. They could be Mr. and Mrs. Smith, whatever. I know that there was meatloaf on the table.
Right.
I didn't care, you know. But actually watching them as a kid and then aspiring to become that and then doing it now.
Yeah.
And being able to go to all of those different places. Like my mother would tell me about Japan. She would tell me about Italy. My dad would tell me about Germany. And I was like, yeah, when I grow up, I'm going to have a woman in every one of them places.
That's funny. I used to say that too.
You did too?
Yeah.
Romania? What about Romania? You bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like sexy vampires. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
Crazy. When did you start traveling?
I started traveling when I was, how old was I? Damn it, man. I was young. I was like 5.
But I mean, when did you start traveling
And
for,
making money?
for work?
All right, 19.
Oh, that's
Charlie
good.
Murphy started taking me on the road with him when I was 19 years old.
He was like your mentor?
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What an amazing mentor.
Yeah, he's the one that would, of course, he would keep me away from all the BS or whatever.
Right.
And I would see, like, it was, rock stars, it's the...
19, that's young.
It's the same, and it's like it's a crazy lifestyle where you'll see women that you have touched yourself to in the green room. You're like,
Right.
what are you doing here? Do you know something? What are you doing here? But it was it was just wild to see, but he always kept me away from all of it. Because, man, I don't want your mom coming in here talking about Charlie Murphy corrupted her son, man. It's not going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Put the weed down, bitch. Shit like that.
And you would.
Yeah. Wouldn't even touch it. Till I got 21, Do you have a faith-based center? I'm just asking. Because you have a lot of, because you're cemented.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks that are in the industry today, they don't have that cementing. And when you don't have that, you seem to get lost in certain parts of this thing.
Yeah, you get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
I would say that I was raised in a very religious house.
Me too.
So my core beliefs are in line with those.
Yep.
I struggle with joining groups.
Okay.
We don't have a church, right? But my kids go to like a faith-based school. That makes me feel good about that part of their life because it is present there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's over the top. It's California, but
Christian school. Right?
Yeah. And my wife was raised in a very religious house as well. And her parents are like Southern Baptist or Lutheran. I forget which one, but they were very much about their church. So if you talk to my wife's mom, Brenda, I feel like her perspective on like the right thing, the wrong thing, how to treat people, so she's a very present force in our life. And then her dad, who's also in entertainment, but grew up in the church and has a real base of like faith as well. So there's a lot of older people with real faith-based perspectives.
Yeah.
But that are also very modern people. And I wouldn't say they're over the top.
Right.
But they definitely have values. And those values are in the room with us when we like talk about stuff, when we make decisions, when we have family meetups and we talk about in any real life moments where we're, because I'm very close to our parents. They're like my parents. So they're like the closest parents I've ever had.
Yeah.
So they've been a big influence over the last 18 years. I would say I went from being kind of like a touring nomadic, me and my brother just running around the world trying to run away from poverty and make it and never stop, meeting my wife and then becoming close with her family. That's when I got like, I think the first time in my life ever, a foundation that didn't move. And so it was always there. If I call her dad, he picks up, but it's about anything.
I find that an ongoing narrative in people who haven't lost their minds in this thing. Before we go any further, I see aspects of myself in you, which is, I've been watching you since I was a kid.
Really?
So dead ass.
dude.
Like I've seen your shit. Like,
That's dope.
Yeah. So I listen to everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I motherfucking smash it. I listen to every fucking thing.
Yeah, me too.
So for somebody to have a like-minded person and you've had so much success, that makes me more comfortable. You know what I mean? It makes me open up because I'm like, it's almost reflective here. Like I can talk to you. I'm seeing it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can level with me because you've been there.
Yeah,
So.
I feel the same way. From watching you as you've come up, I see someone that's going to be successful for a very long time because they know themselves.
Yes.
And
No clapping of the cheeks.
Yeah, I think that's a a real rare thing these days.
Yeah.
Because we live in a world like, look, if you have a viral moment, that's great. But if you're constantly only aiming at a viral moment because that's what you need to feel successful, you're going to water your shit down.
Right.
And I think that you always show up in all the rooms you show up in and the things that I've seen as yourself.
Absolutely.
And
they think it's Will Smith, but it's not.
It's tough in comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be a hard life when you go everywhere and everybody wants you to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Some days.
True, but it does go. It goes back to what you were saying earlier, which I live by. I live by that quota where it's like, if I can make you forget about your problem for 2 hours, an hour and a half, I've done my mission. I've been blessed with a talent here. God gave me this talent.
He did, yeah.
You know, so for me to have this and for me to keep it away from you when you come up to me, that's selfish.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Another thing, all of these people are customers.
Right.
You're a customer.
Yeah.
Everybody today, everybody in here that's listening to this, and everybody that watches this, they're customers.
Right.
The food that I'm putting out, does it taste good? Is it too spicy? Is it bland?
Yeah.
No, you got to make sure that, you know, you the Southern black woman in the kitchen and know how to throw down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to make sure that always when people are coming up to you, make sure you always remember that something that you did took them away from some painful thing that they were going through.
Right.
And it got them through. The messages that you get from people that will tell you, yo, watching your videos helped me through my day. During the pandemic, I didn't know I was going to do such and such. Watching your video made me happy.
Yeah.
I lost my father last week. I came to your show. I haven't laughed. This is my first time laughing since that. You know, it's like, or a year. I haven't laughed in a year. I came to see you and it feels good. Those moments are validation that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
That honestly feels like that feels very honest to me.
Yeah.
Feels like an honest transaction. Mm-hmm. It's funny because money is a byproduct of making shit that people like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It shows up if we create. Now, we can get paid to do stuff. Like there's transactions you could like, hey, I'm going to have you come do my private event and I'm going to pay you a bunch of money more than usual because it's a private, and those are great gigs and stuff, and it's a little transactional, but then you show up. But for me, whenever I do those, I don't do them a lot this past decade, but back when we were doing a lot of that, I would put a lot of effort into making that the best I could make it. But that was very transactional. But someone coming up to you and having this experience where they're like, I met him again, like they're going to go out and tell hundreds of people about how they met you and you had this funny exchange and you know you laughed, and that's a very honest transaction. That's like a very, very honest interaction, and it feels like that's probably why you're good at it, because the view you have of it is actually pretty pure in my opinion.
And something too, and I sense this about you as well, living in the humility of everything.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't know who I am, I don't care.
Fine.
It doesn't matter to me.
And then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea." Like you're in Canada, I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
So sorry
I had no
about
idea
that.
you were such a big deal." And you're like, "No, I'm not actually. I'll just get my coffee."
Yeah.
And no, I don't want to cut in line. I'm good.
I just want my chicken wrap, homie.
Yeah,
That's
it. Yeah, it is funny though, because that's people's view though of what it must be, or they're trying to prove to you, or whatever it is, right? Like some people want to prove to you that they didn't know, or that they don't know, or that they don't care, or everybody has but that's them making sense of themselves in relationship to something that they're putting above them.
Right.
That's my perspective of that, is that I'm not putting myself above you.
Right.
I don't care if you know who I am or not. I'm just here to get my coffee or to do whatever I'm here to do. And then now I'm having this interaction with a person who wants to make sense of me or themselves.
Right.
And it takes a little grace to let them.
Yeah. And then you remember, you always have to remember that everybody's just trying to do the best they can.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's real.
It's cool that you thought that I was Michael Che. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not.
It's all good.
I'm not going to tweet about it, get mad. Yeah, you're racist. Since racists came up to me, guess what they said? I don't care.
I'm not in Blink 182, but I could be, I guess. I get it all the time. I'm
Wait, I'll fuck with you.
yeah, Blink 182. I like Blink 182. Not them, but I like them. That's what I would say. I'm like, well, no, I'm not, but I like them.
I get, listen, people, yo, hey, new girl. I'm like, nah, that ain't me. That ain't me, dog. That's not me. That's Lamorne Morris. That's not. Shout out to Lamorne. That's bro right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, it's so funny. I'll go to this. Somebody tweeted this at me. It was like a week ago. They were like, I was having a conversation with this gentleman about SNL.
Yeah.
And he was asking me about SNL, and he said, do you watch it? And I said, no, I haven't watched it in a long time. And he said, well, you should, because it's, it's back. You should watch it. He said that person was Jay Pharoah. Now, I took offense that they didn't follow me, but it was all good. You know what I'm saying? Just that little pocket, like, yeah, I am going to be, the fame or whatever will never affect me the way that some people will, because some people aspired for the fame so they could shit on people.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to where I wanted to get to because, first of all, I mean, what else could I do? I was either this Burlington Coat Factory or be a computer tech.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think when I found something, or actor, whatever, because I started acting when I was 8, started doing theater when I was 8. And I always aspired to be in entertainment, but I never wanted it for the accolades. I knew if I could help people, I want to help people. You know what I'm saying? In any type of way, and the feeling that you get when you help somebody and you've helped so many people, you forget what you've helped them with.
Yeah.
They come up to you and remind you. Yep. Like everybody should be like that.
Yep.
And you don't got to boast about it. You don't got to put it on your Instagram every time. You don't got to tweet. You ain't got to put it on your TikTok that you're at the soup kitchen or whatever. You don't have to do that. Just do it.
Yeah.
It gives more. The glory is given up here and it's not here.
That's
and
how
it
I feel.
Should be up here.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you edit yourself?
I've started to.
Yeah.
And when I first got on SNL, I needed a lot of edit because I won't used to this PR thing, and then people try to finagle your words and get headlines or whatever. But
take you out of context or whatever.
Yeah. Now I censor myself as a respect for this.
Right.
As you know, because I'm growing. I've grown super close. Before it was
like in your spiritual life?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Has that been like the last few years kind of thing?
It was always there, but I had gotten away. Like I was super close when I was a kid. Like literally, I used to be able to pray for things and they would happen on spot. It was eerie how close I was.
Yeah.
And then turned into a teenager. Things were changing. Got depressed. I was overweight. You know what I'm saying? That was a struggle for me. Yeah, man, wow. I was. Yeah, I had a you see, when you gain weight regularly. Like you gain it in your face, maybe your arms,
right.
Your neck, something. With me, I gain weight. It goes here. When I gain weight, I turn into a bad bitch. And I don't like it. It's just I can't help it. Like I make Cardi B look like a rugrat. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Just thick.
Like, just thick. And it's always, it was a problem. But when I got to middle school, I found out, Jack, because they told me, hey, motherfucker, you thick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
did that happen? Was it natural? Like you're going through the life change and some people gain weight, or were you like, was it diet and
it happened,
depression? What was it?
I first gained all of the weight when I first started to gain weight when I was 6. My mother used to send us to my aunts in New York to stay. Shout out to Aunt Angel, shout out to Aunt Viola, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mother Scott, she just passed away, rest in peace to her. But we used to go up there and I got introduced to Chinese food. I wasn't eating Chinese food and fried chicken and all that stuff when I was down there. My mother had she was very meticulous and she watched what her kids ate.
Right.
I'll tell you what happened.
And you're in Virginia
I'm in Virginia at this time.
Where at?
Chesapeake, Virginia.
Like near Norfolk?
About 10 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah, not too
far from where I'm from.
Not too far. Where are you from?
From Maryland, Southern Maryland.
Oh, shit, DMV.
So yeah, but I'm down from where I grew up was down like Charles County and St. Mary's County. Okay. So like we would cross the Harry Nice Bridge to go across to like, it's not far from where you're from. It's like a couple hours from where you're from. Okay. But my grandparents were from DC, so I spent a lot of time in DC.
So yeah, so going spending time with them, love my aunts, but you know, they cook.
Right.
They cook a lot and they're heavier.
Yeah.
But just nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, they just, hey baby, you want some chicken? Yeah, I want some chicken. So before I went up there, I would take showers and the water ran straight down my back.
Right.
Like the water was running straight down my back.
Yeah.
When I got back from New York and I took a shower again, it was shooting out and it was hitting the wall. It was hitting the mirror and everything outside of the tub. And I'm like, why is the floor getting wet? And I look and I see this voluptuous growth of butt. And after that, it was a struggle because I tried to hide it. I tried to cover it up, but that ain't work. It just looked like a Fashion Nova ad. You know what I'm saying? It's the cheeks were there, right? Yeah. So cut to when I'm 12 now, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. My father, he's See, this is the pain.
Did you? Never mind.
No, please ask. I want you to ask. I want you to. Please ask. There was no cheek clapping. Okay, go ahead.
No twerking involved?
No, me?
No private twerk sessions?
You know what? I have twerked 4 times. Four times. Four. I mean, I couldn't help it. I had to look back at it. I had to look back at it.
4 times is enough to say you've twerked, but not enough to say
I'm a
twerker.
Thank you. Yeah, but 5 or more.
5 is the number.
You're Ice Spice after
5
that.
Is the number. You're Ice Spice. Yeah, you're Coil Ray after that.
Well, she doesn't really have anything to twerk.
Lot.
But it's nothing to twerk.
But she twerks. She doesn't matter how much
she's a very beautiful.
Listen, I don't think you're giving her enough credit. I think she's an excellent
twerker.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with the size. It doesn't matter the size.
That's discriminatory to me.
You know. Okay, so
the size, because it's like the action of perfecting the action. It's like someone worked really hard.
But it's lean meat.
Yes, it may not be the size that you would prefer to see twerking.
Yeah,
maybe, but
it's not Wagyu.
But I get it. But I'm saying she's put a lot of effort in.
She does. Coil Ray, you're a great twerker.
Yes, I think she's an excellent twerker.
You're an excellent twerker.
We could get into the variations.
I mean, hey, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give her twerk?
If I was holding up a card?
Yeah. If twerking was in the Olympics, it probably is going to be in 2028.
Well, okay, so in an Olympic twerking team, I think you would probably be picking superstar players.
Okay.
But
so Nikki?
Yeah.
Tyler?
Okay, she definitely twerks.
Tyler,
she's compact.
Yeah,
she's got that in there. Yeah.
Now, would Koi make the Olympic twerking team? I think she probably would be some form of coach. To be honest,
she'd be a coach. Okay.
She'd be a coach. You know the NBA players that they didn't have the stuff all the way, but they're amazing coaches.
Yes.
Right? They played in the G League or something, and they almost made it, but then they're just an amazing coach. Their mind is like.
They know the game.
It's wired for the game. I feel like her mind is wired for twerking. And I give her a lot of credit. I just do. I find myself going like, well
there
done.
You go. Just keep it.
The effort.
If she can do it.
The commitment. If half of the people twerking had her commitment.
That's true though.
Dude, she's committed.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so authentic.
She's giving so much hope. She's giving so much hope to,
and she's bringing a
Nebraska teenage
and also
chicks.
I think she's normalized twerking in a way that has made it a much more mainstream.
And you know what though, she loves it. She loves to do it.
You can tell she loves what she's doing,
and you can see there's other artists that will do it. You could tell they
don't love it. They're doing it because they're supposed to.
That's right.
And you see her, and she's doing it because she loves it.
That's right. She loves it. Like Ice Spice. She don't look like she loves it. You thought I was feeling you, and
so
she just
now if we want, so I would always say to the people that want to criticize,
hop on board
the twerkers that are maybe not the size and shape that they want to see twerking. Yeah. I would say open your mind to the effort, the mechanics. And like, give them the credit where it's due. Like this person's put a lot of effort into perfecting an art form that's now. It actually could, if there was a twerk league, right? And that, actually, maybe after we can talk about this, it could be a really good business.
I think, man,
twerk league.
Hey, man, let's get Megan Thee Stallion on the horn and see if we can do something.
I think we would see a variety of people twerking.
Yeah,
and then you'd have to start opening up the concept of who can twerk. Everyone can twerk. You twerked 4 times.
I twerked 4 single times. So if I can do it, man, you can too.
So back to, you're in Virginia, you're going to New York, you gain weight. How long from when you start gaining weight to when you're like, okay, I want to change this, and you start working out, or what? You start.
Yeah. When I was 17 years old, I went through a body transformation in 3.5 months. Wow. I lost 75 pounds.
Wow.
And because I was determined. I was so depressed that I looked in the mirror and I just said, I'm done with you.
Depressed because of the weight.
Because of the weight, I was, I didn't even go to prom, man.
Right.
I couldn't find a prom date. Like, it's just, and that could have just been lack of confidence because, listening to.
It's a tough time in a guy's life you're going through all that. You want to talk to girls.
Yeah. And you're thicker than them.
It's weird. You feel bad about yourself.
Yeah. You want to talk to girls and you got a little more cheekage than they do. It's just, it was a weird time, but all of that pushed me to that point, to that boiling point, that breaking point where I said, I have to change this, because if I don't change this, I'm going to end up doing something violent to myself. Right. That's what I said. And I stuck to a plan and it worked. And also that year, when I came into my senior year of high school, I said, look, I'm going to graduate with honors. Wow. I'm going to do that. So I went from a 2.45 to a 3.06 in a year.
Wow.
Everybody was partying, having a good time. I was in the classes. If I had to take an extra one to get an extra A, I did it. I just wanted to graduate with honors. And it worked out, man. That's all amazing. Worked out. Yeah.
And your parents were they traveling a lot still, or were they there?
They were. My father was traveling more at the time than my mom was. And when I was younger, it was my mom traveling more than my pop was. And
but they were supportive.
They were supportive. They didn't know they didn't know that I had the talent. They knew I could act. They knew I was in theater, but they didn't know about the funny aspect. When you're in the house, man, and you feel, and I guess growing up, my sensitivity levels were heightened anyway. You know what I mean? Because I was getting it everywhere. I was getting it at school. I was getting it at church and at home. Parents be like, hey, get your fat ass upstairs. Some shit like that.
Right.
But they don't mean it.
No, it's just.
But, but I really had a fat ass.
Right.
So I didn't like it. So, so it took all of those things, together, I think kept the shield up with my parents, where it's like, I would show the world, but I didn't want to show them everything.
Right.
And then once my father found out, that's when it was on. It was game time. And that happened when I was 16. He found that out. I was 16 years old. He found out I could do impressions and things, because my uncles and everybody already knew, and they called me up at this Christmas party to perform in front of everybody.
Right.
And I did it. My dad said, okay, well, we got to do something with that. And he's like Joe Jackson. Yeah. And it worked out. He would literally be, if I would get out of the impression, it doesn't sound like him, get back into it. I'm like, okay. It was, he Joe Jackson my ass.
Yeah.
But it worked out. It did. Because now, tonally, you'll have some of the most renowned people be like, tonally sounds just like me, because I've studied that.
Are you and your dad still close?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Now we're closer. You know, he was kicking my ass before, but we're good now.
Yeah.
And I think at my graduation party when I was 17, I told him that, for everything that happened, I forgive you. You feel me?
So he was physical.
He was physical.
Yeah.
But he was drinking too. Like it was a transition for him, because he was drinking and drinking beer, Coronas. Coronas make people fight. Smoke weed.
My dad was an alcoholic.
Really? How bad?
Real bad. He died from it.
Oh man.
And he was violent. But I think that generation, how old are you?
I am 36.
Okay. So I'm 10 years older than you. But
it's still the same
generation of guys. They didn't have the resources, and it wasn't public knowledge that we had like growing to do.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
No,
to
go ahead. Yeah, that we had problems.
Yeah, problems, but and
that there were answers for those problems.
Absolutely. And then you had the over ego, the macho-ness that you weren't allowed to show any type of emotion.
Yeah, they were tough guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were real tough guys.
And you had to. Men don't cry. I remember my dad said that when I was a kid. Men don't cry and all of that. Men don't apologize.
Yeah, man, be a man. Be a man. Be a man. That's all you heard your whole life. Like, be a man.
Yeah.
And what does it mean to be a man? Well, that's a funny question, because
apparently it's beating the shit out of your kid.
Right. It's roughing your family up.
Shut up, bitch.
Later years, though, I think they gained some wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what? I've talked about this before, so it's for anyone listening that's heard me talk about it, but it's worth saying it. My father-in-law was the guy who told me to give my dad a chance, because he said, he's like, yo, he's from a different time, man. You need to like go reconcile, because he loves you.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to love you maybe, but he does. I know that he was like, I know it. And if he hadn't done that and influenced me the way he has in so many different ways, I wouldn't have gone and had this like really great experience where we became friends. And I actually realized I'm a whole lot like him.
Yeah.
And actually a lot of the grit I have, that's probably why I'm still here,
is because of him
making a living, is because of him. Because he was a gritty, fucking tough dude. We survive. We're just like, we'll do whatever we have to do. And there's a fearlessness he always had that I was like, as a kid, really admired about him, that I didn't think I had. And then I realized, like, I got, a wife and 2 kids. And when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not afraid of anything when it comes to them.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go get it done.
That's the most lucid view. Just being like, he comes from a different era. They come from a different era, so they don't know how. They try trying the best they can.
And the world wasn't a good place to them.
At all.
Right?
At all.
Think about your dad. The era was not a good era.
No, it wasn't good for blacks back then. Still not, but
right,
getting better.
Still.
Is it? Okay, go ahead.
Still not.
Still not. But even back then,
worse.
It was really bad.
Yeah. So how did you work through without hating your dad? Right. Because there's a lot of God probably plays into it. Right. Forgiveness, things like that I found really important, and actually I think put me in touch with my faith.
Yeah.
That experience, because the metaphor of Father and God and all that, there's a relationship there, I think. And until we make peace with our Father, I don't know if we'll ever really have a peace with God, because that's our view of God almost, is like the Father. So it's interesting to be able to make peace with the man who was imperfect, right? But then to also recognize trauma and work on it. Like, go, okay, I got to work on did you go to therapy? Like,
it wasn't even therapy. I think it was it was finding out. It was finding some things out about my father that I was struggling with personally. He was struggling with the same type of things, and noticing when he saw me do these things, it triggered him.
Right.
But it just
scared him.
It scared him because he didn't want me to. He was like, I want you to go to the moon.
Right.
And I feel like I'm limited. Love. Yeah. I feel like because of this problem, I'm limited. I don't want you to go on that path. So being able to take that out, excavate the good, and say, he was really trying to protect me. at the time.
That was his way.
But I didn't know that. You know, when a grown man is telling everybody in the house, he's telling you to stand on the scale and everybody in the house to come look at the number. And he's like,
that's
God
painful.
damn. You know, he's saying, listen, you're going to middle school. All right. These kids are going to talk about you. And I don't want you to go through that.
As a father, you never want your son to know you're like your dark secret.
Right.
Because you're just ashamed of yourself.
Yep.
Right? Most people, we're all ashamed of something about ourselves. By doing this thing that was very cruel, in my mind, I'm protecting you from the cruel world.
Yeah.
By putting you through it here so that you're ready for it there.
Yep.
And we now know that's not the way to do it, right? The greatest teacher that I ever had was being a father myself. And then I realized, with no hate to my parents at all, they did the best they could with what they had, and they were uneducated, and they didn't have a lot of the tools, and they didn't have a lot of resources, but they definitely tried to love us and raise us, I think, the best they could. And then my dad struggled with alcohol, so he was gone by the time I was 13, and he was off on his journey. We met back up when I was 29, and I had my first kid, and that's when we actually got to have a relationship. But when I had my kids, I realized, like, oh, I will never do that to you.
Yeah.
I'm only going to be your cheerleader. And you know, you're going to come home from the world, and the world is mean sometimes, and I'm going to help you feel better. And I'm going to, you know, because I had a terrible experience in the world. I didn't have fun at school. I got picked on. I had all that.
Yeah.
All that was there. And my dad tried to toughen me up. He was really tough. He was, you know, like, just trying to protect us from being weak in his mind.
Yeah.
Because we were like little weak ass dudes, you know?
We were little coochies.
But we were strong here.
Mentally.
And
Absolutely.
we grew up. And now, you know, I don't feel weak ever. But I don't want my son to feel like he has to be strong all the time. I was just like, how he feels is how he feels. And, you know, I probably overdo it sometimes with like, how do you feel about that? Or like, you know, like, but the message is that I'm there and I care and that I'm trying my best. I always say that too. I'm like, I don't know, but I'll find out. Or, yeah, I don't know, I'm trying my best or whatever. And he knows that I always say to my kids, like, I'm learning how to be a parent every day.
Yeah.
But I'm there.
It sounds like Chris Gardner and his kids. Sounds in the pursuit of happiness. Mm-hmm. Just like, listen, if I don't know the answer, you know, I'm going to find it and I'm going to figure it out. And like, it's going to happen. And if I do know, I'll tell you. But if I don't, I'm going to go and find it. And I guarantee I'm going to deliver it, Christopher. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Same
It's
thing.
a good impression.
Hey, you know, whatever, you know.
Do you have any heroes
Yes.
in the art that you're in?
Which genre do we want to talk about first? We want to talk about comedy. We want to talk about music.
I think all three. So I think that those are the people that shape us. For me, it's movies, film, and TV right now. Music is big. I think music teaches us how to talk, how to dress, how to express the shit we see. And then comedy is in a world all of its own. I think comedy is like, I'm such a fan of comedy. But comedians intimidate the shit out of me because I find them all to be extremely intelligent and
except for me,
extremely like.
Fuck with you.
It's not that I think they hate everything, but like I feel like they see the truth in the world, the truth of the world, right?
Yeah,
everybody's pretending that everything's fine,
and it's not.
And it's not.
And the best comedians are the ones who are gonna give you a scope lens.
Yeah.
On how shit just doesn't make sense, or why this isn't right, why this is accepted and this isn't accepted. It could be, but it's basically the same thing, but it's not accepted.
And you do it in the form of making us all laugh.
Yeah.
So then it has to frustrate the shit out of you. Chappelle will bring up some shit that's really important, and everyone laughs.
And he's just like,
and then everyone goes back to life. That was funny.
He's like, hold on, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Hold on. Y'all are laughing at the wrong part.
Yeah.
That's Smoke Dave.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen him do that so many times. He was like, to stand on somebody's neck. Remember he did the George Floyd thing?
Yeah.
When he did that and people were laughing, he it's like it ticked him off a little bit.
I could see it.
Yeah.
It's like almost like fuck you guys. But it's the necessary part of the art form of comedy.
Yeah.
Is pointing out something that's wrong or pointing out something that's fucked up.
Absolutely.
So that it can be at least heard and addressed. But then the frustrating part is like, I know it's coming from a place of wanting to change it. And everybody's sitting in the room laughing and going, okay, next joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the part where I go, it must be frustrating as hell.
LPM. Because at the end of the day, when it's when you're at a comedy show, and of course with the economy being as bad as it is right now, and folks just having to scrounge up dollars or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I came out here to forget about this. So make me laugh. I just want to laugh. Some people are not into the what is it? They're not into the philosophical aspect of it.
Yes.
You know.
That's it. You know, the philosophical aspect.
And you should take it, it's all art. All together, you're painting this beautiful picture, but you can't paint a picture without truth. Because if there's no truth in there, then the image doesn't make sense.
Right.
People are like, what the hell is that? I've never seen that before. You know, if I paint you, like, yeah, I've seen that. If somebody paints me, I've seen that. But if it's just some smudges or some shit, you're like, what are you trying to say? You always have to make it lucid, the point that you're trying to make. What are you trying to say under this? But how are you doing it in a way that's different than everybody else? And how are you making it reside with me at the end of the day? Because I mean, shit, funny is great, but truth with funny, my gosh, that when you get like you're saying, when you put those two together, you marry them, and then you have a Chris Rock black people versus N-words bit, you know, or would you just have, well, there's so many Dave Chappelle moments I can talk about,
man,
you know, or you have Richard Pryor when he was talking about setting himself on fire. Like, all of those things are relatable because either you know somebody that's done that, or your crazy ass done it yourself, you know? And it's just it's just a beautiful thing, man. I'm sorry, I love all of the meticulousness and the specifics of comedy.
Yeah, it's the art.
Yeah, of a word, taking one word and adding it at the end of a sentence, vice versa, using it at the beginning of the sentence can get this much more laughter than this. Or how just changing your face a little bit after a punchline can sell it even more and make people laugh harder. I mean, you might not even have to say anything. It might just be the face. That could be the punchline. But figuring out exactly what it is and painting a truthful picture. You know, sorry.
Long term, though, as frustrating as it might be for like Dave Chappelle in the moment, I think long term he's had an effect on culture that people, whether they realize it or not, they will and they do realize it in time. Is when he brings something up, everyone talks about it. Yeah, and everyone argues about it. And that's the cross he bears, right? Yeah, is when I see, you know, I'm just a fan, right? I've met him a few times, and I'm a fan of him as a person, meeting him, but his art and what he does something that makes us all talk, think, and you hear people argue about it, and this was wrong, and he shouldn't have said that, and this and that. But he's actually opening up subjects that would be very hard to talk about. Absolutely. If we didn't have an argument over it. And then over time, people's perspectives can change when they hear your perspective. True. So you get to know Dave as a fan. And let's say you're a person, you live somewhere in America, and he's a funny guy. So you're like, I'm gonna watch his thing, and you watch his thing. He's affecting your perspective of the world. Whether you agree with it or not, that's the long-term effect of art. Yep. And I think that like comedy is one of the greatest art forms. And I'm not a big fan of like the spectacle type stuff. I like, you know, there's I'd say a modern like content-based comedy where people are like, whether they're pranking people or they're doing like more spectacle-y type stuff. I don't hate it. Yeah, I get there's always going to be like America's Funniest Home Videos. It has its audience, practical jokes and stuff. But people that talk about life and the things that are happening in the world as they happen, in a way that we can open it up.
Yeah.
And we can all like talk about it are the important, in my mind, they're very important people in our culture.
Absolutely.
So heroes.
Okay. So for comedy, wow, man. And I've gotta give a shout out to him. Robin Harris, Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, of course, Chris Rock, Pryor, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, Carlin, Lenny Bruce, Robin Williams. I would say those guys. All 10 of those.
It's a great list.
And there, I mean, shoot, I could keep going. Of course, you Dick Gregory, Red Fox. God, there's so many guys who just didn't care.
Right.
Were willing to get up there. Okay, cool. You can crucify me. You can burn me at the stake, but that's not going to change. If you burn me at the stake, my mouth is still going to be speaking the truth.
Yeah, I'm me.
Care.
I'm just being me. Yeah.
You know, it's just total, just no fear whatsoever.
Yeah.
Those
no
guys,
fear is a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I like those guys. For music, I always Jay-Z, of course.
I love Jay-Z.
I would say Eminem. I would say Eminem because he's a fun rapper. I would say Ludacris. He's a fun rapper.
Yeah.
I'd say 50. I'd say Kanye. I'll even say Drake. I'll say Cole. I'll say Kendrick. I'll say who else? Big Pun and Big L. I will put all those together.
That's a good list too.
Yeah, like they just being able to punchline.
I love J. Cole.
Yeah.
I've never gotten to meet him.
He's the sweetest dude.
Yeah, I think he seems cool.
And he's
I'm a huge fan of his music.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
He's just a country boy.
Yeah.
Who's just who really is just about art.
Yeah.
And just wants to push that forward.
Yeah, he's one of the greats.
Not worried about the beef or anything,
right.
or numbers, even though he eventually got them.
Yeah, he did.
Now
he has them.
Because I remember back in 2009 when he was at BET Awards and they cut half his performance.
Right.
And now you go from that and seeing him now where it's like he's in stadiums and people are chanting and people are reciting his lyrics. You know what I mean? So it's just those guys.
He's had a long, winding road, which is a great career to me.
Yes.
It's a great career.
And I love people who seem like they're steadily rising.
Yep.
You know, because I feel like that's synonymous with my career.
Yeah.
It's not been it hasn't.
Oh, it's a long, winding road.
It's a long, winding road.
Yeah.
But I feel like God is preparing me for everything that's happening at every step.
Yep.
Because, man, had I had a dope special and been super stand-up ready at 22 years old, who knows what position that would have put me in today. I could have, I don't know, I might have lost it all. You know, I might have been strung out somewhere, even though I did have, and I do have the cementing. Still, anything could have happened. You always got to view it as God is either protecting you or he's preparing you for whatever's about to happen. And now I feel like it's the best season. It's the best season. People can see the acting. They can see the comedy. You can come to my show. One of the best live shows you're going to see. I'll stand by that. Come out, watch it. Because I know what product I have. Whereas before, I wasn't as confident in that. It was like, it might be one of the best shows. Now I'm like, no, this is going to be some of the best stuff that you're going to be able to see live. And
yeah, I would make a bold prediction. I would say you're coming into the best 20 years of your life. I think you're going to do your best work, and your work is great. It's not about what you've done. What you've done is you've gotten the experience you're going to need to deliver at the level that I think the opportunities are going to present themselves in the next 2 decades. I think you're going to have a ton of success. You got the energy around you, but you also seen enough to know, and so you can focus on the work.
Absolutely.
It's cool to sit with you because I love it when I'm a fan of someone and then I sit with them and like, well, I knew I was a fan. I knew we would probably get along, but then you meet a person and you're like, oh, that guy knows himself. And that's like when you meet someone and they just feel like they know themselves.
Absolutely.
And they're cool with it.
It took me a while because I had to get rid of the cheeks.
But the cheeks, here's the thing though, is I think the kid with the cheeks is like the kid you got to protect.
Yeah.
Because he was good. He was just eating chicken and Chinese food and loving life.
Enjoying life.
And you have to like parent that that part of you. I had to learn how to do it too because I wasn't getting real good, solid advice from my parents.
Yeah.
And God bless them. They didn't know how to do it. They didn't know how to encourage me.
They had never been in your position and they couldn't tell you.
And they never been in the world. We never traveled. I never got on a plane till I was 19. So I was like, I went into the world and I thought I got my first $1 million and I was like, everyone's going to celebrate me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that. And then it took me till I was 30, probably 29, 30 to actually feel like I was good enough to be in the room.
That's crazy. I mean, but I get you. I understand that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I presented tattoos, jewelry, clothes as I thought I should. And not to say I don't love that stuff now, but I like it in a different way.
It's not as important to you.
It's not important at all.
Yeah.
But I like stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'll go, oh, that's pretty cool, you know, and I measure if I want to buy something or whatever. It's more of a decision of how much will I enjoy that? That's why I buy stuff now. It's not, well, what will people think if I buy this car or this thing or this watch or this whatever? It's not about that at all. It's about me. It's like, I like it. I think I'll really enjoy that.
Yeah.
And then you start to taste the food and you go, I like this food. I'm not just eating here because I'm supposed to eat here. I like this food here, but I don't really go there or whatever. But for me, it's more like actually getting in touch with your real life and then building out a life you actually want to live in. And I tell the people that are listening, I always want people that are in their lives to stop and start making choices towards like a life they actually want to live in. I don't work out because I want to look great. Of course, that's a byproduct of it.
Right.
I want to be healthy.
You want to feel good.
And I want to feel good about myself. And I want my clothes to fit me a certain way. And I struggled with that my whole life with my relationship with like physical activity and being athletic and all that. Like I didn't have a high self-esteem around that. So I had to work on it. Now I have a good relationship with it and it's a part of my life that I like, but I had to build that out. It took me fucking years and I had to work on it. And I think that like, if we can go in and work on ourselves, then we go out and we do our thing and I think we do it better.
Yeah, absolutely.
The lie is that all the guys who were addicted to drugs made better art. That's not true. They would have been funny. They would have been just as funny sober, even if it took them a minute.
Yeah.
Like maybe in the transitional part of getting sober, they weren't as funny, but that had nothing to do with being sober.
Right.
That had everything to do with this.
Internally.
And then once you get on the other side and you start to find some happiness, some joy, and you actually like find the highest version of life that I think we're all supposed to be living. I think that's like divine. It's like to be the best version, right?
Yes. Best version of yourself we're all aspiring to be the best versions of ourselves before we close our eyes.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And every day that you do wake up, you get another chance to try again. Whereas somebody else didn't get that chance.
Yeah.
You know?
If you can survive that and land on the ground and actually live in your real life and make art, there is a way to do it and be happy.
Yeah. You're in a real good place if you're there.
But it sounds like you're doing that, but you've been at it a long time. So you've had all that experience. I'm sure you've had your moments.
I cannot believe that we're about to be in the 50th anniversary of SNL.
It's crazy.
I was at that place at the 40th and just remembering the multitude of talent that was in the building and a celebration for this cult classic that is just spread everywhere that everybody loves now. And now, 10 years later, to get an invite.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if everybody gonna be there. You know, I don't know. I can't speak on that. I got my invitation, but I know in the 40th, there was people I didn't see that were on the show before. So to still be in high regard at the place where you went to as a baby. I was a baby at that place. I was 22 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was a kid. I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm like, the kid is
Yeah, you're young as shit though.
Young, but I'm a man.
Yeah, but you're a grown ass man.
I'm a grown ass man
for
now.
sure.
Before I was
36 is a great age though.
Yeah, the testicles hadn't yoked yet.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you understand what I'm saying when I say that.
At 22, you think you know stuff, you don't know shit.
You don't know anything.
Yeah.
But you're trying to navigate how you know. And it's like, listen, if there's people around, don't take anybody's advice. But that's what Eddie Murphy said. The best advice is not take anybody's advice, but watch how success moves.
Right.
Watch it and be cognizant of that. Because if you're cognizant of that, you'll integrate it into your path.
It's a natural way.
It's natural.
If you actually acknowledge it and go, oh, that's success.
Right.
And you watch it, you can actually take it and integrate it. I just want to make sure we talk about the
special.
The special.
Oh yeah, man. Jared.
And the headlining stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah. Wait, with the headline and stuff. What headline? What do you mean?
Just all the touring.
Oh, absolutely. Okay.
All the shows.
Well, people,
and the game show.
Oh yeah, that's right. One of the hottest shows of the summer that came out. That's what they called it. Quiz with balls.
And a little twerking, hopefully.
Yeah. The twerking definitely helped.
That was
actually one of the I twerked the fourth time while I was on set. Yes. So that worked.
I was hoping that one of them would at least be while you were an adult.
Yeah, the Quiz with Balls came about. I've been trying to work with Fox. We've been trying to work with each other for years.
Yeah.
And there were so many different concepts that got brought to me. And that one just stood out because it's trivia and it's Wipeout. It's like Family Feud cross a Wipeout.
Yeah.
And, I look up to Steve Harvey.
Man, I love Steve Harvey.
I love him. And I tell you what, boy.
He's
boy,
like,
I tell you this, boy. Yeah, you got to get up in this game show space here.
Yeah.
Got a lot of money you losing, boy. So having him as a blueprint to watch, I said, I want to be as comfortable as a host as he is when he hosts. Because you see a lot of traditional hosts, man, it seems like they're hosty.
Yeah. It's that old school game show.
And it's like, don't stay here. Like, be linear, go off. Yep. Go off of this line, you don't have to say it. All right, and our next you ain't got to do that.
You could be yourself.
Be like, hey man, so the next contestant, you could do it like that.
Yeah.
So watching him, I just soaked up so much by observing him and his element. And then when I got that show, it was easy for me to kind of connect with the people.
Yeah.
And also making people feel real good every day at work. I go into work every day. Before we even started, I'd be like, listen, you guys are the greatest at your job. Whatever you give me, I'm going to use it. I'm going to give you 100. You give me 100. Let's drive this thing home together.
Yeah.
And I would say, yeah, let's go quiz with balls. Yeah, yay balls, whatever. And it would just uplift people's spirits. It made people feel good about the long hours.
Well, that's why the show's good.
Yeah. Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's what's up, man. I'm glad, man. I ain't know.
When you make everyone comfortable, they can be comfortable.
Absolutely.
And if you have a good time, I'll have a good time. So it starts with, you set the tone for the thing, right? That like if you come in the room and you're like, okay, we're gonna have a good time. Or, okay, we're going to have a bad time. Yeah. It's with everything. It's with what you say. It's your facial expressions. It's all the things. And so some guys never get that. They bring all their stuff with them. I get it. Life is hard. You're dealing with all the stresses of balancing all the jobs and you're doing 50 things and you got real life or whatever. But when you get to work, you do have to that the day is going to be what you make it. And especially if you're the guy.
You're the leader.
You're the leader. So... and then the same thing with the contestants, right? You're like, we're going to have a good time.
Yep.
And then everybody watching, then we have a good time. And then what happens to game shows, right? Because yours is successful. Well, they get cooler because we all like watching them. We still watch. We'll watch Family Feud or we'll watch whatever. And it's actually really nice. My kids every now and then they'll want to watch. It's like one of the things my teenagers would actually do with us every now and then is watch a dumb show on TV, like a game show.
Yeah.
Because everybody watches, plays along,
you play along and you get the knowledge, and if you get to play and you get to learn at the same time, those are always the
you make it
factors
cool
for success. Yeah, you got to. I mean, you know, and going even further, I said the same thing to the audience. I'll say the same thing to the audience and the contestants. Listen, this is all a show. Like, we're all working together here. Y'all give 100, you give 100. I can't do this without y'all. Y'all can't do this without me. Let's have a great time. And it just takes the edge off.
Do you do that at stand-up?
No. But
they can feel it.
Yeah, they can feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I come out, I'm messing with somebody in the crowd and doing a bit and trying to scare a white person.
Yeah.
And
we scare easily.
Yeah. You should see when I come out and I get in your face and I'm rapping Drake lyrics.
Yeah.
And your name is Scott and you don't know what the hell is gonna come next. And you're sitting there looking at me and I'm in your face and then I break away and I smile and you know I'm playing.
Yeah.
Now you're at ease. Now I make the joke, hey, listen, my spider sense just told me I scared a white person. But it works. It always works because it breaks whatever happens before.
Yeah, and at the end, the Scott is like, yeah, I was scared. I got scared. And then it's like, he's in on it too.
Absolutely.
That's cool. So the special.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
Jared, September the 22nd, baby. So proud
Day
of this.
after my wife's birthday.
Word?
Yeah.
So your wife's birthday is on the 21st.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, perfect. So y'all can watch it, man. I mean, if you'd like.
No, we're gonna watch it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Please, because I made it available for everybody, on YouTube. And I called it Jared because I guess I came to the conclusion before nobody knows a lot about me. Nobody knows a lot about me growing up. Some people forgot some of the tumultuous things I've gone through, career-wise, whatever. So I felt the need to take all of that and put that in this special.
Yeah.
As the genesis of, listen, this is the guy who I am. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to evolve, okay? Because you always do as an artist. You evolve as an artist, evolve as a man. So there'll be more stories and things that I'm more comfortable with talking about probably later than I was talking about this time. Yeah. But I gave you a multitude of things that you didn't know. And just being fun and funny and not being another personality 24/7 with people, which some people think that that's what I do. Like, I'll just wake up and I'm just another character every day, which is bullshit. Okay. Just looking into the camera. That's phallus. Okay. It's not real. Okay. I don't walk around 16 hours of my day doing Jay-Z impressions.
What the
hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I don't do that all the time.
Yeah.
What I do now is, of course, I'll practice, but that's just a part of it. You got to practice. You got to stay in the gym. Yep. So I always stay in the gym and I'm always ready. But whereas in my first special, it seemed like the impressions were punchlines. It's not like that anymore.
Right.
It's like, now I got punchlines and the impressions there somewhere. And it doesn't need to be there. You can do it without it. But, LeBron James, if he don't dunk and if he don't bang the board, people gonna be mad at him. So you gotta.
Yeah, but he's also dunking is easy for him, and he's gonna dunk.
So yep.
If you put the ball up there, he's gonna dunk. He's one of my heroes.
Hey, I love LeBron.
LeBron's one of my heroes.
Hey,
he's amazing.
Me too. And still,
he's amazing.
And he'll talk to you. He knows you.
Yeah.
If he knows you, he'll come up to you. He'll talk to you. Like,
I think he's one of the greatest human beings. Like the way
sportsmen ever.
And sportsmen, and I'll have a sports conversation with someone all day long. But you can argue about a lot of things in sports, but like LeBron beyond sports, like just what he's done. I just think he's one of my heroes.
Yeah.
So is Jay-Z, by the way. He's one of my heroes.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's gonna dunk because he can dunk.
Right. But then it's like, all right. But he can also shoot a three. He can also hit his free throw, no look pass, assist, everything.
Yeah.
So it's like when you have,
and he make it look easy.
So Jared is all of that. I'm playing every position, which is fun, and that's what I've been doing. But a lot of people haven't seen it ubiquitously.
Yeah, they haven't gotten to know you.
Exactly.
Which is cool sitting with you, because I feel like it's that thing. It's like you're bringing the kid along. You're bringing the kid who was self-conscious
With the cheeks.
But like, that's what I'm saying is like you can laugh about it now, but you're not putting him on the scale in front of everybody. You're bringing him with you because he's a big part. That guy is what makes you funny.
Yeah.
That guy is the one. In my mind, it's the same. It's the little chubby kid who like didn't dress cool, who had no money.
Oh, damn. How the hell did you know I didn't dress cool? That's crazy.
It's me.
Oh, okay. Oh, you.
Right,
yeah.
right.
See, we like yeah, there we go.
I was like a little chubby.
Marshalls. A lot of Marshalls clothes.
Yeah,
Go
a lot
ahead.
of thrift stores, whatever, hand-me-downs, church donated clothes.
JCPenney's.
JCPenney's. Yeah, dude, JCPenney's. That's crazy. I haven't heard that one in a long ass
The
time.
Pokemon sneakers.
Yeah. So I think that's super cool, man. You're bringing it back to the beginning, the start. That's dope.
Yeah. With
Jared.
Jared. That's my real name.
What's your family call you?
They call me Jared.
Cool.
Yeah, they'll call me Jay. My father will call me Jay sometimes when he's around his friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay Pharoah.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, how's Barack doing? I'm like, you don't have to. I know there's people around. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this, Dad. It's fine.
That's cool.
It's fine. But it's still, when I go back home, take out the trash. Do that.
Yeah.
Like there's no star treatment. These are my people. And they and Jared is the one who gets the taxes taken out. Jay Pharoah is the entity that pays the bills, but Jared is the one that has the taxes taken out and everything. So it's fine. It all works together. And who would have thought that a premature baby came out 7 months, had 6 fingers, no longer, because my mother doesn't like weird things. So it's not there no more, but they were up there. That kid who was bullied, that kid who
That's crazy.
didn't fit
I was
in like
premature
that.
too.
What?
Yeah.
2 months?
8 weeks.
Oh, snap. 2 months?
Yeah.
That's what the
Yeah,
hey man.
We're like
Yeah.
long lost friends, dude.
Yeah, this is
We're a couple hours apart where we live.
yeah, we reunited and it
Walking
feels so
around.
good.
Yeah.
Feels like I
Yeah.
knew you before.
We would have been friends in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have touched my cheeks. I would have been happy
No,
about
I would have
that.
been like, hey, fuck off, man.
Yeah, thank you. Stop touching his cheeks.
I was always sticking up. Yeah, I was premature 8 weeks. I was in an incubator for like two months.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And that's a real interesting like story to have to like live with. Is I was always told the story was I don't know why I'm getting so personal, but it's interesting. I was told that I was the weaker baby because I'm a twin.
Oh yeah.
And so I didn't fight when I was in the womb or like my brother had to fight for everything. So when he was born, he fought for more life, and that I was like, that I just gave up.
You want to know something weird? I had a twin too.
Really?
Twin, it just didn't make it.
Wow.
Real talk though.
Wow.
No, 3 months in, 4 months in, it was
Wow.
Yep.
That's heavy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I don't think the world was ready for two of us. Two of us with voluptuous cheeks. It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, listen, I really do think that shaped us into guys who were resilient, who could do this fucking business we're in.
Absolutely.
How many comedians have you seen that are talented that didn't make it because they weren't resilient enough?
And they weren't disciplined.
Not disciplined.
So many. Well, I know a lot of them in Virginia that haven't. They're just talented, but they just don't have the
It ain't luck.
right
A little luck sometimes, but it ain't luck. It's resilience.
resilience.
Show up, do the show. Go to the shitty club, do the stand up.
Yeah.
Go to the thing, do the thing. Show up. How many? I mean, now in your life, how many hours would you say you've put into your craft?
Jesus. Oh boy. Into twerking?
Yeah.
No,
Because the league, listen, twerk league is a thing, dude.
I think, dude, now what did they say? It takes you
Hailing from Chesapeake, Virginia.
Greenbrier, Chesapeake, Virginia. With cheeks that would make Meg the Stallion jealous. It is. I don't even know what my stripper name is. The Destroyer. What is? I don't know. The seismic. The size.
Mine would be,
the graph.
mine would be Ass Pony.
Ass Pony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Ass Pony.
Here comes Ass Pony. Here, Pony Boy. It's my nickname.
Yes. Okay. You just. Does it? Do you hear the? Do you hear the pony? The truck.
There would be some kind of thematic, horse related. Yeah.
You know that. Maybe. Yeah. That's. Yeah. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
How many hours you put into?
Okay. What did they say? To become a professional at something, you got to do. What is it?
They say 10,000 hours.
10,000?
The truth is, it's something between. So people who are gifted, talented, their brains are wired certain ways. It's something like 3,000 to 20,000 hours. The average is 10,000. You likely got it quicker than 10,000 hours because you have some natural ability, and you were likely putting hours in. You weren't clocking. Like as a kid, you're making people laugh, and you don't. No one else would account that as you're working on something.
Right.
They would just go, "Oh, he's a funny kid." But actually, if you looked at it as like hours in the gym, you could say you probably. I mean, I couldn't even say how many hours you got. It's probably 100,000 hours.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, talking about headlining since doing stand up since you were 15, headlining at starting at 22, and then just going on tour. And I'm 36, about to be 30. Yeah, it's got to be over 100,000 hours now.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think about it, because you're not clocking it. You're just doing it. You're just living it. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, over 100,000. Wow, crazy.
It's crazy.
I don't even know what else to say.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
That's wild.
It's staggering.
That is so wild. And I still only have pulled out one gray hair from my beard. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's good genes.
Yeah, just one. Just one popped out.
I got more.
You fine. You know, it was so white when I pulled it out. It asked to speak to the manager. That's how white. That's how white it was.
Yeah, that's very white. That is very white.
Yeah, man. Thank you,
Jay. Thank you, bro. Great to meet you. Thank you, man. Thank you for watching Artist Friendly. If you like this episode, please make sure you hit the like button, you follow the channel, and please share it with your friends. We appreciate the support. That is why this show exists, because you listen to it. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.